Okay, so I want to clear up some ignorance here because I read. I read a lot of books. I go to libraries, I go to cemeteries. I know that sounds crazy, like people think, well, what's a cemetery got to do with a library? But you pick up a lot of information at both places, right? And you could pick up a lot of information on the internet too, but there's a lot of shit that gets put on there that nobody's backing it up with anything. So I'm going to get right to the point because I don't want to waste anyone's time, but like I check out a lot of esoteric shit, occult theology, Christianity, Hinduism, blah blah, on and on and on. I love to study it and analyze it, and so yeah, I watch a lot of these videos. Unfortunately, some of these videos, like I just came across one today on the Talmud, okay, which is a Jewish book written by Jewish scholars in Babylon, right? And in this book, they're saying all these horrible, horrible things, references to non-Jews, right? I'm not going to repeat them because this video will just end up getting deleted or censored or whatever. The thing is, it's not just this video that I saw today. I've seen a lot of them. I kind of just ignored them because I've looked for the verification of these quotes, and I can never get them. Like they never like say what page this is on, or like years ago I didn't even know what the Talmud was. I mean, I never wasted my time to look. Like, why do I care? But so I ended up going to a library, and the beautiful thing about libraries, you can visit them anywhere in any state, town, city, country, and they're open to the public. So like I found a library that had an extensive section on Judaism, Israel, okay? So I asked the librarian, where can I find the Talmud? And so I got the number. I went, and in that section on the shelf, it was like the Talmud is not this. It's not even the size of a Bible. Like, and the Bible's pretty big, right? It's like this. It's like Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay? And I just grabbed one book, one volume, at random. I'm thumbing through it. I'm like, oh boy. The minutiae in there is just, wow, boring. But I'm looking for these quotes, where, goyim are pigs, and, Mary, Jesus' mother, was a whore, and I couldn't find them. I mean, I'm thumbing through, I'm looking through the books, and like, it's all boring shit. I'm like, fuck this. So I pretty much made up my mind that, like, whoever's putting these videos on YouTube, like, okay, you can come out and make these videos and say all this shit is written in there, like this crazy shit, like, even stuff about eating babies. I don't want to get into it, but it's not, I couldn't find it. And I would ask them, like, well, where did you see this exactly? And I'm going to be honest with you. Most of these people uploading these videos, I don't think they've ever done as much as I have. Like, actually go to somewhere where the Talmud exists and saw, like, the volumes. Like, it was like an Encyclopedia Britannica. So they're just repeating something somebody told them, and on and on and on it goes. So I just felt it was important because I don't ever want to be associated with anyone who just fucking tells lies. I don't like liars. You can hate me for my belief system, but know that I'm very well read. Okay? And if you want to have a serious discussion with me, that's fine. Most people don't. They don't like what I say, or so they don't want to know, right? But when I see something that, just verify it. Don't just sit there and say, oh, this is in the Talmud. You never read the Talmud. And so while we're on the subject, let me give the ignorant a history lesson. So where does the Talmud come from? Okay, so in the Old Testament, the Assyrians conquered the northern section of what is now Israel, and the southern people kingdom was conquered by Babylon, right? Which is what is now Iraq. And they were in captivity for 500 years in Babylon. And it was the Persians, right? And this predates Islam, okay, by 1,000 years. The Persians, I think their religion at the time was Zoroastrianism. King Cyrus was actually married to Esther. There's actually a book in the book of, in the Old Testament, what the Jews would call, I think, the Torah. I'm not sure. But, yeah, the book of Esther. And then there was Daniel. That was during that whole period. Really intense stuff. If you ever get a chance to read it, just read it as literature. It's really, really good stuff. Theologically, you don't have to, whatever your beliefs are. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would recommend anyone read the book of Esther and the book of Daniel. So, yeah, Cyrus set them free. And I think that's where Messianic Judaism came from. This whole idea of a Jewish Messiah. And they went back into their homeland. Of course, 500 years later, they're not the same people they were when they left. I mean, they were bred out. I mean, that's what ancient conquerors did. They killed the men and raped the women, and 500 years later, 5-10 generations later, it's not the same people. And when they went back to Judea, it was out of that group of people that Jesus emerged, right? Jesus of Nazareth. So, I certainly don't want to insult anyone's religion. I certainly don't want to. I just look at the historical data. And a lot of this stuff can't be historically verified. I mean, Cyrus existed, all right? Persia, the empire existed. So yeah, when these people went back to what is now Israel, they were completely different group of people that had been taken out. So I guess I'm going to end there. But I hope I made some sense to some people. If there's anything I said that you don't think is true, by all means, correct me. Thank you.